We are back, my friends, at 7:42 on your Saturday morning with a very real talk right now. Many of us, of course, critical of our bodies. And with spring break just upon us, summer right around the corner, now is really that time that we critique our look even more, unfortunately. So how do we learn to accept and love our bodies? Joining us this morning with some good advice is licensed marriage and family therapist Kevin Petersen. Kevin, our friend, thank you so much for being with us. I got to be honest, I mean, this is something that I'm guilty of even doing just this last week as I was scrolling online. This is something that really affects so many people out there.
Oh, hey, good morning, Jordan. Absolutely. And I'm right there with you, man. I have the exact same situation.
You know, and I think the sad part about it is it doesn't matter. You could have an 8-pack, you could be chiseled, you could have all of that stuff. You could have this body that you think you want, but it's really inside our minds that even those people can often suffer with how they feel they look. So this really is something that penetrates so many different people. Let's start with the fact of just defining what body image is even for people.
Absolutely. Body image is how you think and feel about your body. And it includes, like what you were just talking about, is the idea of the picture you have in your mind, which may or may not actually be the reality of what you look like. And that gets heavily influenced by social media, things we see on television, and it creates a false narrative. And it starts this whole process of this is what I'm supposed to look like. And then we start with the internal shame of, oh my God, I'm not doing enough, I'm not working hard enough, and here are all the things that are wrong with me.
Yeah, so Kevin, let's talk now about how do we even go about changing this mindset. I feel like, you know, Anusha and I have talked about this before, that it's so easy to be a cheerleader for your best friend or somebody that you really care about and say, you look amazing, what are you talking about? But when we look at our own reflection, you can't really, you don't really see that same thing. You don't really tell yourself these kind things about yourself, Kevin.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. That's okay. I think we may have some technical issues really quickly.
I'm sorry, Jordan. So your question of is a great question. And people that struggle with body image issues tend to be focused on what they think they're supposed to look like. And what we want to do is start getting them working with a therapist that specializes in body dysmorphia and body image issues and helping them accept who they are and what they are, instead of constantly beating themselves up for not being in the image of what they think they're supposed to be. One of my favorite things to tell people about is there's an incredible documentary called Killing Us Softly, which is about how women are portrayed in advertising and in the media. And it's been updated over the years, and it's just a great place to start.
You know, Kevin, something that absolutely breaks my heart, but you and I have been there too. We're not just talking about adults here. This starts super young. These are kids that are watching their shows and their movies, and they're having these images thrust upon them of what they need to grow up and to be, or what it's portrayed as. How can parents start combating these ideas just among their kids that, you know, are at home right now?
Oh, I think the most important thing there is for the parents to get settled and comfortable with who they are and what they are, and then sit down and have that open conversation with their kids. Maybe watch the documentary, and there's a lot of great books out there about kids and body image and helping them understand that it's okay to be who you are and what you are. And it's not about comparing yourselves to others. And that's the big thing, is that we get caught up in this concept of I'm supposed to look like something different than I am, therefore there's something wrong with me. And as a parent, it's critical to hold them and be with them and keep that space where they understand that, no, who you are is fantastic and what you are is great and how you look is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Kevin, great advice. I need to take it myself too, because I am just as guilty of doing all these things. Kevin, my friend, thank you so much for being with us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thanks for your time, Jordan.